Hello, you sexy biscuits, and welcome back into What's in the Bag. Me and my dad used to have this segment on my old channel where we look at my gaming haul of the week. Okay, put your hands out. I'll just show everyone quickly. There you go.
Grand Theft Auto Vice City?
Yeah, it's on PC.
Oh, it's on PC. Oh my god.
Can I just say, parenting level, son, if you kill that you can get your money back.
Is this the one where there's a secret level in the knocking shop where... No, I'm not going to go there.
What?
I read in a magazine...
God of War, it was as well.
No, that'd be God of War, surely.
Seriously, both of you are just ridiculous. Now you're probably wondering, what is in the bag? Well, this is a segment that me and my dad used to do on my old channel, where I'd look at my gaming haul of the week, and there's a lot of things in here. I don't want to spoil anything, so we're going to leave it like that, and we're going to go through this. Now, I'm going to say this video is going to be a while, so grab a cup of tea and some bourbon biscuits, and let's go through this bag. Okay, so I ended up spending about £15 on all this. It actually wasn't that expensive. First up is Test Drive Unlimited. Now, I love Test Drive Unlimited. It was one of the coolest games that I'd ever played when I first played this, because of the amazing attention to detail and the open world, and the fact you could end up putting your windows down. Yes, you had full control of your windows, which was the first time I'd ever seen that done in a game. So yeah, that's amazing. Very, very happy about getting that. Also, we've got Killzone 1, the Halo killer, which obviously didn't become a Halo killer. Killzone right now isn't in the best position, I don't think. I don't think people are really talking about Killzone anymore, unfortunately, because I did enjoy the original, and I also enjoyed, I think it was 3. I really love Killzone 3. Okay. Mercenaries. Oh, poor LucasArts, and I think it was Rebellion, wasn't it, who made this? No, it was Pandemic. Pandemic, made Battlefront, made this. I feel so sorry for that company, because they also did Saboteur, and this game and its sequel, Mercenaries 2, were amazing. Highly, highly recommend getting your hands on these two games. They have the most destruction that I've seen in a game in a very long time, and I really, really highly recommend them. I remember this game playing the demo for the first time and having so much fun just sending in kind of strikes on buildings, and it was amazing. But yeah, £1 for that, brilliant. Stuntman Ignition. Now this is the PS2 port of an Xbox 360 game, so I'm not sure how this is actually going to hold up, but it was £1 and I thought, why the bloody hell not? I do like Stuntman, as you'll see right now, because I also bought Stuntman 1. So for £1.50, I got the entire series. Now, an interesting thing about Stuntman is it's made by what became Ubisoft Reflections, as you guys can see there, when they were originally run by Atari. So this was made around the same time as Driver 3. So a lot of the game's physics and stuff are carried over from that game. And yeah, it's really, really quite cool. I think it actually says, yeah, 2001. So Driver 3 was 2003. So yeah, this was slightly before, but a lot of the stuff carried over in Driver 3. So that's pretty bloody amazing. Next up, we have Worms Forts Under Siege. I've never played this one. Although the fact that you can have your own giant fort and kind of build it up and have amazing weapons and stuff sounds like so much fun. So I bought it. I do love the 3D Worms games. I think World Mayhem? What was it? I think Worms... Was it 3D Mayhem or something on the PS2? Was one of my favourites. I really enjoyed that game. I think it might have been on the PS3, actually. I can't remember. It's been such a long time. Next up, we have Daredevil. Actually, no, Top Gear Daredevil. It doesn't say that on the case for some reason. But yeah, it's actually called Top Gear Daredevil. I'm assuming they had to change the title due to the fact that Top Gear is a TV show. I'm not sure. This was originally £3 in Dorothy House. Now, all of these cars aren't licensed. Yeah, that slightly surprised me. So if I was to actually open this up and look inside the menu, you guys can actually see if I was to go in here, and then, so if I was to go in here, as you guys can see there, that's obviously a VW Beetle, that's an Audi TT, I don't know, is that a Mazda MX-5, possibly? Yeah, so you guys can see none of these have the official licensing, which I found kind of crazy that they got away with that, but even the fact that that's blatantly a Mini on the front. Now, I've never played this game before, so I have absolutely no idea what it's like. It's early, I think. Pretty sure it's quite early on. Yeah, 2000. I'm not expecting good things. Although there is a 2CV there. That's amazing. Next up, we have Dead or Alive 2. I love Dead or Alive, only because of the interactable environment, so you can kick someone off some stairs and they'll fly down the stairs. It's amazing. I'm not sure if that was a feature in Dead or Alive 2 at this point. I know that in the 3DS game and Dead or Alive 4 and 5, that was a thing. Okay. Yes, this was around the time where they had boob physics. Yes, that was actually a thing. Can you get out of a reverse arm lock? Can you defend a kick to the head? But can you prevent a spine-breaking double somersault combo dragon lightning knuckle uppercut? Cool boy. That's very extra. Okay, let's find out what the next one is. Oh, it's 007 Nightfire. How's it going, Mr. Bond? My favourite Bond, by the way, Pierce Brosnan. I loved Pierce Brosnan. I thought he was bloody brilliant. This was the James Bond game that actually allowed him to use his face. I think it was GoldenEye? What was the GoldenEye, really weird GoldenEye game on PS2, and they didn't use the likeness. And I also think that Nightfire, no, not Nightfire. There's another PS2 game where they couldn't use Pierce Brosnan's face, but this was the one that they actually were allowed to use him in. I really love the PS1 games, actually, so I'm kind of hoping this is similar, but this is a first-person game. So that's going to be interesting. I can't wait to play that. Also, there is multiplayer, which is obviously offline. Although, it's made by Eurocom. Wow! Eurocom are the same people that made GoldenEye Reloaded, which is possibly one of my favourite games ever made. I love GoldenEye Reloaded on the Wii and 360. That's amazing. I didn't realise that. Spider-Man, the movie! I loved this game growing up until I played Spider-Man 2. I love this game. I went back to it last night. It's awful. The controls are janky. If you, let's say, run as Spider-Man and then turn the camera, he will keep running in the same direction as he was before you move the cat. It's very weird. I can't really explain it, but I had loads of moments where he would kind of be running in a direction I didn't really want him to run in, and it was awkward. But I do love this game for its nostalgia value and just how kind of interesting it was. The fact that your web would attach to the sky before they obviously made it so it would attach to realistic things. I highly recommend checking this out if you haven't already, though. It is quite good fun. Next up, we have True Crime New York City. Amazing. I love the True Crime games, and they became Sleeping Dogs, for those that don't know. Yeah, Sleeping Dogs was originally a True Crime game. Now, this came in, I don't know if you can make that out, but it's really dotty. It's very dotty. It's Dot from EastEnders. Yes, it's very dotty. I don't know why it's kind of got this weird material. That's not very nice whatsoever. But yeah, True Crime New York, great game. Allows you to basically arrest everyone. So if you're walking down the street and you see somebody you don't like, you can just immediately arrest them. It's amazing. And you can even, if I remember correctly, you can put evidence on them. It's one of these games that I highly recommend checking out, but I don't think many people played, because it was kind of classed as a GTA clone at the time. I think it did some things better than GTA and some things worse. But yeah, True Crime New York and also LA are great games. Prince of Persia, The Warrior Within. That's his weird emo phase. Prince of Persia had a very weird emo phase where he became all dark and brooding, and he was talking about sadness and death and all that kind of stuff, and that was Prince of Persia for a while. I wasn't too fond of his character kind of progression. But yeah, this was still a good game. The Prince of Persia games basically became Assassin's Creed. If you remember, this had the full wall running, it had the kind of cool combat where you could dodge people. It felt like early Assassin's Creed. And I think that what Ubisoft did was basically take Prince of Persia and then combine it into what Assassin's Creed became. So I don't think we're going to be ever seeing another Prince of Persia game, unfortunately. There was that weird animated cartoony one back in like 2008 that was not very good from what I remember. But yeah, this is kind of part of the old trilogy because I think there were 3 of them. I'm pretty sure there were. Next up, we have Urban Chaos, which is a sequel to Urban Chaos on the PS1. A very, very dated game. This isn't. This is amazing. Urban Chaos 1, though, ultimate fog. You can't see anything. So, the city needs a savior. You are Nick Mason, elite police officer at Unit T0, the last line of law enforcement. Take your city back by whatever means necessary. Now, this was full first person, which is different from the original, because the original was third. But it looked great. This looked like an early PS3 game. And I think it came out quite late, if I remember correctly. So yeah, 2006. So the PS3 was just around the corner at this point. And I remember this looking amazing. So I can't wait to get back into this. If I remember correctly, you had a taser, which was really fun to use. Kind of like Condemned had. Yeah, great game. Highly recommend that. Okay, we got a few more in here. We got, Okay, cool. I love that game. It's The Legend of K. This was £1. And if I remember correctly, this has just been re-released on current consoles, right? This got a remaster. Well, not really a remaster, just a bit of an up-res. And it's like 15 quid again. So I decided to get it on PS2 because it's only £1 and it's the original game and there's not really much of a difference. I've never played this game before, so I have no idea what it's like, but I thought I'd buy it because it got a remaster, so obviously it must have been quite good to actually warrant that. Okay, so the next one is WRC Rally Evolved. Do you see that kind of swift movement there? I'm getting used to this now. You know, I had quite a lot of practice when I used to do this every Monday, so I've kind of got into the swing of things. No, alright, fine. WRC Rally Evolved. Great game. This was the one that added danger into the environments. So you could literally have boulders and stuff falling off cliffs. And I think there was even animals that ran across the road and you had to try and dodge them. This was amazing for its time. Highly recommend this game. I never got around to playing it though, but I did hear great things when it came out and I've always wanted to get my hands on it. And I finally did for £1. I'm very happy. Next up, we have City Crisis! Okay. This is a helicopter rescue game. Massive city environment, all reproduced in stunning 3D. A variety of different missions ranging from air rescue to high-speed chases. Oh, is there a time limit in this game? Oh, I hate time limits in video games. Oh, I wish I hadn't bought this now. But anyway, it was 50p. I can't really go too wrong. There's 2 more games in here. Okay, so we have Sniper 2. Yay! I highly recommend going over to Sorak Space's channel and watching his video on this.
The opening music sounds like the beginning of an antique show. I thought we were supposed to be sniping, not sipping cups of tea, talking about how much some old tat in the loft will go for at auction. Today on the Sniper 2, Deirdre's brought in her Edwardian carriage clock and Dragunov SVU sniper rifle. It's not quite enough to fund her dream holiday, but she's enjoyed her day out.
This is one of the worst video games ever made, and that's why I needed to buy it for £1. It's awful. It is terrible. It's really corny. The cutscenes just go on forever. It's awful. But I bought it, and I've noticed that it's all in, Spanish? No, is that Spanish? No. Hang on. Actually, I think that is Spanish, right? I can't tell. I'm terrible with languages. Yeah, that seems like Spanish. Okay, so I've actually got the Spanish copy of the game. Brilliant! Oh my, you're going to correct me in the comments. I bloody know it. You're going to be like, that's not Spanish, that's Korean. No, it's not Korean. I know Korean. It's got the lines and the dots. This is the wrong language. I hope this works, is all I can say. But it's been sold in multiple places that normally don't sell foreign games that don't work, so I'm assuming it does. Right, so that's a positive for a terrible negative. Okay, and the last game is Dropship, United Peace Force, or DUPF. Okay, this is... it's not good, but it's also not bad. I really loved this game growing up because it's one of the only games I had. So I kind of had to love it. It's interesting. I think that's the best way of putting it. It does have quite a cool flight mechanic. The flight, from what I remember, the physics were actually quite cool. It kind of felt like how you imagine Thunderbird 2 would fly in the Thunderbirds. So yeah, it's kind of heavy, big ships that fly kind of like whales in the sky. Dateline 2050, isn't that a TV show? Is this a sequel for the TV show Dateline? I have no idea. As a new recruit to the United Peace Force Dropship Squadron, your mission is to wipe out flashpoints across the globe in an epic blockbuster that will determine the world's fate. I quite liked this. I don't know if it's going to hold up now. It's been about 20 years since I probably played this. When did this come out? 2002. So that's, no, almost 20 years. So 18 years since I played this game. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be that good. I do like the manuals though. Oh, I miss manuals. I've said that in every video I've done. I miss manuals like this. Look how cool this is. Oh, actually one of the best manuals that I've seen so far in here is the one from Killzone, I think. Hang on, let me get Killzone out here. Killzone, if you open it up, it's like a little newspaper. It's so cool. Look at it. So if you go through it, it has kind of story elements, but it also has this: RRF will press the right button, says Commander, and it actually has all the button commands. I love that. Why did they stop doing manuals? I guess it's saved on paper, but it's slightly hypocritical when you're still selling games in plastic cases. You can't be like, oh, it's about the environment, and sell all your games in oversized plastic cases. Anyway, sorry. But it's also got like advertisements and stuff in here. We've also got kind of like deathmatch, team deathmatch. Oh, I bloody loved Killzone. It was great. I loved the Vita one. Killzone, was it Liberation? Oh my god, the Vita game's amazing. Actually, I might play that after this. I've still got it. Okay, so, yeah, a lot of stuff in here. Net Boffins create online hub. I could literally make a whole video of just me going through old video game manuals. I would love doing that. These are fantastic, though. But yeah, so that is a different era. For those of you who have grown up with games how they are now, I feel awfully sorry for you. Let's take a look at Just Cause, for instance. I bought this today, and it was only $3.99, because I ended up getting all the DLC. And if you look inside here, not only is it backwards, bloody Xbox, I hate it when they do that, but also, by the way, these codes don't work, I just used them, so good luck. So, yeah, this is all you get. It's just this. It's just this. There's no kind of use for any of it. It's just pointless. You're bloody complaining about the environment, and then you just put useless pieces of paper that no one's ever going to read. Anyway, that's a good way to end. Thank you so much for watching. What was your favourite game out of all of these? But until next time, that's me, out. Bye, guys.